Okay, we're going to Chicago today to see one of the Great Wave prints. There's no one original because it was originally like a woodblock print, so there are a few prints on display, but there's only one on display in the USA, and it's in Chicago, which is like an hour train ride away. So we're gonna go after I drink this shake to the city and see a piece of history because everyone's familiar with the Great Wave. Everyone. Okay, so hopefully I make the train, but this is the outfit. This is where we're walking. We're running late. The train comes in 13 minutes. So we'll get on a train. We will get on a train, and we'll be on our way to Chicago. It's the Great Wave. About whether or not this print of the Great Wave is actually on display in the Art Institute Chicago. We're going to make a day out of it. It's fun. Okay, so obviously we're in Chicago because there's the bean. Next stop is go find the Art Institute. And then in there, find the Great Wave print. So, should be a pretty interesting experience. I love that they still play the animation for the water, even in the winter. And there's the pink and yellow beads. Alright, it's member hour till 11, which is in like 45 minutes. So we're gonna go to Starbucks and wait. Alright, we're in. Okay, so I didn't feel comfortable speaking to myself out loud while recording in the museum. I didn't want to ruin anyone else's experience, but also I was just nervous and I don't feel comfortable doing that to the crowded space. But anyway, this is the museum hallway leading up to the Great Wave exhibit. A bunch of other fan prints. So the only reason all these fans survived was because they weren't used, because lots of these fans were designed to be used and they would be worn out and then replaced by the next one. So these were all like dead stock essentially. They're in the hallway. Here's the entrance to Great Wave. You walk through these pillars, this very dark room, and a line started to form so everyone could get their chance to look at the Great Wave, which is just awe-inspiring and very deserving of the silence. General silence. It felt quieter, but when I got done, there was a line starting to form. And I went outside, and then I realized it was down the hallway. So I'm very glad that I got theirs and I did. I recorded these because I feel like whoever made these had a good sense of humor. There's also this really cool spiral staircase with a view of Sears Tower or Willis Tower or whatever it's called now. That'll let us up into the armory. So in the armory, they had these really cool full-scale replicas of horses with knights on them, and obviously there was a bunch of very intricately detailed pieces of armor and weapons. Um, there's a lot of them, and I just know that whoever made and wore that helmet was a freak. Um, and then the rest of the museum, the top floor is really cool because there are these opaque glass panes on top, so it's very well lit. It is, I don't know, it's just really fun to walk around in. And then this is probably the most iconic view of inside the museum. This is a long hallway, and obviously it opens up to Sunday on La Grande Jette by Seurat. Then there's Van Gogh's self-portrait, and there's also a really cool atrium with a glass roof. As I was leaving, there's a huge line that made me late and missed my train, which is fine because we got to walk around the city, and then we saw some horseback police. I don't know how the fuck you say it, but yeah.
Okay, my phone is out of storage, so I'm doing the rest of it on my laptop. It's cold, but the museum was really cool. It was really cool to see a piece of like history and culture that's significant in a room that's really designed to display like really just that piece of art. I've seen the most comparable thing I've seen would be the Mona Lisa. It's really cool. And it's a different kind of setting, where it's in this giant room full of giant paintings, and then there's a wall in the middle, and everyone's crowding to see this small little photo. This one was a really smaller room with rectangular columns, a series of them. They walk through, and everyone's like patiently waiting in this line to get their chance to just to get up close and see this woodblock print, and it's stored in this dark room because they're woodblock prints on paper. So if you constantly showing them, all that UV radiation and the light will damage the print. So over time it'll just fade and it will vanish essentially. So they can only show it for 3 months and then put it into storage. I almost saw it one time, a different version of this same Great Wave print in London, but it wasn't out on display. It was in storage. So it was really cool to be able to finally catch it because they put it in storage tomorrow. That's why I came today. But the museum was really cool. I really like the armory room, which all the shiny stuff, all the weapons, all the intricate details on that. And then all the Monets. I love that room of Monets. It just feels like you're glancing into someone else's memories. There's that like slight haze or fog over the image that just, I don't know. It's like looking into like a warm memory. And then there's this room. I forget the name of the artist, but maybe I'll find it and put it here. But it's these series of four giant paintings. They're like giant architectural fantasies that have been fallen into disrepair, and like centuries later, these people are inhabiting them, either officially or unofficially. So that's for up to the interpretation of the viewer. But I love paintings like that. You can they're first of all a massive scale, which I love, and all of the figures are at a very small scale, which I love even more. But I love paintings and photographs and art that you can feel like you can step into and get lost. So it's really cool to see those as well. Those are some of my favorites in the entire museum. I'm going back already. Because I did come out real quick to just do this. I had to see it, I want to come out and see this before I'm going back today to my parents' place for a white elephant gift exchange that we do every year with our family, the whole family, cousins and uncles and aunts and grandmas. Everyone comes, and there'll be a baby this year, which is crazy. But I'm making the box to put my gift in tonight, and I'm gonna get home before it gets too dark and too much traffic as well. But yeah, I'm really lucky now that I can just take a quick trip into the city, where before I was kind of landlocked somewhere not quite as interesting or access to less historically significant art. So I'm very grateful that I can do this. Yeah, not much could have made this day better. Like if I would have found like a duffel bag full of $1 million, that would have been pretty cool. But I didn't, and I really know how to end this. So I'm just gonna say goodbye.